I wanted to stress a couple of things before we get into everything. For starters, and this is my fault, I have dropped the ball on this week, but head on over to Patreon and sign up. I have received a couple of new patrons over the last, I don't know, week or so. I appreciate all of you who have signed up thus far. It's getting to the point here on YouTube where every single video I upload is being flagged by the bot as content not suitable for advertisers. Now, part of me wants to start waiting on the human review before I publish the videos, but another part of me, I like to get the videos out to you guys as soon as possible. I like to maintain somewhat of a consistent schedule. Now, to YouTube's credit, I have never had a human review not approve the video. They all get approved. But their bot is like the feds. Once it has its claws in you, it never lets you go. It just flags every video. Now, I started uploading on Rumble. I'm looking into other platforms, but I mean, it is what it is at this point. YouTube is the best platform. And I love it here on YouTube. I really do. I don't like the bot, but I like the platform. So if you feel like we add value here on the channel, head on over to Patreon and sign up. Always optional, but always appreciated. Point number 2. It can be easy to misconstrue what I'm about to share with you. I haven't seen this story talked about anywhere else. It's kind of like ESPN just kind of quietly slipped it under the radar. But here on the channel, we are always watching everything. Do not take this as me being a sexist. I don't know how many times I have to say on here that women deserve equal opportunities, equal pay to men when it's deserved. This video is not about the 33 women who are making up the all-women crew for Jazz Warriors on February 9th on ESPN. That's not what this is about. I think it's great that they're being given the opportunity. It is not their fault that the sentiment behind it's bullshit. It's also not their fault that they're being used by ESPN. It doesn't matter how this opportunity presented itself, they're smart to take advantage of it. So again, this has nothing to do with these women. I hope we're clear on that. So let's get started. ESPN kind of quietly announced yesterday that they have compiled an all-women crew to broadcast Jazz Warriors next Wednesday night. It was announced with the typical woke pageantry. We are making history at ESPN by being the first network to compile an all-women crew for an NBA game. Look at us. We don't discriminate at ESPN. By definition, this is discrimination. What do we hear all the time from these people? It was stated in the damn lawsuit that Brian Flores filed against the NFL. What do we constantly hear? We are striving for social equity. Let me tell you the problem with social equity. Number one, in a free market system, social equity cannot exist. It's not possible. In a capitalistic system, opportunities are given to the most qualified person. Now, whether that person's black, white, male, female, doesn't matter. Now, does that mean the most qualified person always gets the job? No. Does it mean the system is perfect? No. But it damn sure beats the hell out of the alternative, which, of course, is a system based around social equity. You want to know what that system looks like? I'll tell you. I'll use this game, Jazz Warriors, as an example. The 10 players who make up the starting lineups, all 10 are black. We can't have that. That's not socially equitable. Remove Steph Curry. Replace him with Franz Wagner. Remove Donovan Mitchell. Replace him with Leah Thomas. Remove Draymond Green. Replace him with Gwen Berry. On and on we go. What are we left with? Well, KC, we are left with a socially equitable game. Yeah. We damn sure are. A game no one will be watching. The NBA is struggling in the ratings now when their stars are healthy. You socialize this league, it will be dead within 2 to 3 years. Now, it's not going to happen, of course, because none of this is about social equity. This shit ESPN is doing, it's not about creating more opportunities for women. It's about using these women to continue promoting their agenda. Like I said, by definition, it's discrimination. They set parameters where half the population is disqualified from working this NBA game. This is another example of sports being used, and what a surprise, it's happening in the NBA. But it's another example of sports being used to propagandize the public. They use sports because it has the most diverse audience. During this game on February 9th, it will be a giant social justice party on ESPN. Everyone is invited. I guarantee you they will pound into the ground the fact that it is an all women crew working this game. They'll use it as an opportunity to promote other social justice causes that ESPN is involved with, which is all of them. This broadcast, I think it's a test. They're paving the way for discrimination to become normal. It's funny when you think about it, the same people who preach social equity, anti-discrimination, they're the biggest offenders. This broadcast is a test to see how the public reacts to this, to see if there's any outcry, any negative reaction. They want this to be normalized. Don't take my word for it. Don't take my word for it. Beth Mowins, one of the women calling this game, she said it herself. Take a look at this, straight from the NBA's website. Mowins believes the time is coming when having an all or majority women crew calling NBA games will become routine. There it is, in their own words. I like Doris Burke. I really do. I think she's one of the best broadcasters in the NBA. But you know what Doris Burke can't give me that someone like Reggie Miller can during an NBA broadcast? Perspective. She can't give me the perspective of an NBA player. The reason's obvious. Doris Burke has never dribbled a basketball during an NBA game. She can't relay something to me that she's never experienced herself. You know what made John Madden so great? You know what makes Tony Romo so great? Perspective. John Madden would watch a play, then he would immediately start drawing on your television screen exactly what happened. He would add his coach's perspective to it as to why the team called the play or why it was the wrong play to call. Tony Romo will see a formation and tell us at home exactly what is about to happen. How many times have you been watching an NFL game and Tony Romo will say something like, watch Zeke coming out of the backfield. Dak's going to feel pressure up the middle, be forced to check down to Zeke. And it's exactly what happens. As great as she is, you just can't get that kind of insight from Doris Burke. Now, that doesn't mean I don't want her calling NBA games. I like Doris Burke calling the NBA, but you pair her with an all-women broadcast team, who is going to give you that kind of analysis, that kind of insight? What comes next? Where do we go from here? ESPN seems to be in the business of making history. First all-women NBA crew. I have an idea. Since the NBA is in competition with ESPN to see who can be the most woke, why don't we have the first transgender, non-binary NBA broadcast crew? It'll be great. It'll be amazing. We can get the unique basketball analysis of Leah Thomas, who doesn't know shit about the NBA. Look, I'm happy for the women involved in this. It's not their fault. They were given an opportunity. They took advantage. All of us would do the same thing. I can't stress that enough. It's not their fault. This is not about sexism. It's not about creating opportunities for women, even though ESPN will claim that's the motive here. That claim is bullshit. And if you believe ESPN, then you're watching the wrong YouTuber. Go watch someone who will lie to you. This is about changing your perception. It's about normalizing discrimination, because that's what ESPN is doing here. They are eliminating half the population. It starts slow, one game here in February. Then it becomes another and another. And then the next thing you know, we will have the first all-black NASCAR crew. We'll have legless people broadcasting a triathlon. Where does it end? Where does social equity end? It ends with everyone being exactly the same. Ask the people of China how living under that kind of a system is like. I don't see people rushing the borders trying to get into China, but they damn sure do here in America. All right, let me know what you guys think. The first all-women crew calling an NBA game. What do you think about it? Sound off in the comments below. Patreon link is in the description below. If you feel so inclined, head on over and sign up. If you can't support the channel through Patreon, there are other ways to support the channel. Like and share this video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. The best way to contact me is by email at btlkc84@gmail.com, kc_btl84 on Twitter. I'll see you guys later.